Zoom, and this is a collation of videos and pictures that I've received from some of the leaders in the space, and they've been sending me pictures and videos almost every day, and they've been working throughout Christmas and New Year's Eve, and through the holidays. So that for me was simply amazing. Here you can see Mia. He was working through Christmas, and he has his little iPad here. He was just doing presentations in London with his downlines. And of course, this is Lisa and Donovan Smart. They are from the Caribbean and UK. So they've been doing online Zooms every single day for their market as well. And here you can see the team in Agra. They host all these in-person presentations in a little town setting from where they're at. So they also host online Zooms. So you can see here the participant panel for the royal team in Agra. Simply amazing. And of course, these are not the only groups that are working. I'm sure there are many others working. They just haven't sent me the pictures. So these are only the people who send me pictures, so you can see them. And if you send me pictures, then I can put it on display. So the first person that I want to bring on is actually Mia. So Mia, I'm just gonna unmute you because you've been keeping very close in contact with me as well. So I'm gonna unmute you, and then you can just say hi to everyone.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to everyone. It really feels like I'm back with my family.
Hey Mia.
Happy New Year to everyone and Ezytrx family. It really feels like back into family. Yes, the key to success is your consistency. The business is still running. Business is still there. What I did basically, preparation for 2021. New team, new people, new faces. And I just want to say thank you, Lisa, for keeping in touch, and the family. And yes, a lot of people are looking forward to complete the levels, all the levels. I just want to say thank you very much.
Okay, guys. So Mia has been working through the holidays. I was just so impressed because he was sending me pictures with like Christmas trees and everything. It was really nice.
That's very nice. Yeah, it was. There was people still want to know about Tron. I just want to say one more thing. I just remembered now. We're always going to have a competition, and that's good for business. Like you must know, everyone knows there's a new one coming. Every time I get bugged, but this is a new company, Dice, whoever is coming up. A lot of people approach me. Today, one guy told me that send me an affiliate link. So yeah, what really matters.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah. Are you a person that keep jumping ships, or you stay like you have focus and you have a mission and ambition to complete your levels? Because if you stay put and build a community in this Ezytrx, you will see your success. But if you keep moving boats around, and yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't die certified. I'm not saying that you should do other stuff. You should do, yeah, fair enough. But you need to stay focused and complete one thing. If you can't do better in Ezytrx, what makes you sure that you'll do better in some other place? So I will say, please stay focused, stay consistent. You'll see your success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mia. Thanks for being on the platform as well. Always good to see you.
Thank you.
Hey! Who's that? Is that your son?
That's my little one, yeah.
Okay. Okay, the
Is
next
it?
person I want to bring on is actually Donovan. So Donovan is in the UK, but he's handling people in the Caribbean. So Donovan, I'm just gonna unmute you.
All right, could you hear us loud and clear?
Yeah,
Yep,
hear you.
special greetings to each and everyone. And I am Donovan Smart.
Now Mr. Smart.
Yes, and on behalf of us, we want to wish each and everyone a fabulous and prosperous 2021. I can say we could say 2020 was a good year for us. Yeah, it was actually a good year, ladies and gentlemen. And what we decide to do, one thing we learned for all the years in our networking history or opportunities, we like to watch what everybody is doing, and we actually do the opposite. So when everybody decide to take Christmas break and take the Christmas holidays, we decide to work through. And a big, huge congratulations to the team members of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean, because these team members, these lovely Trinidad and Tobagonians, decide to work through the holiday with us. They were like, they're gonna be so different to bring solutions for the people, and we actually work through. Even on Christmas Day, we all worked through as a team. All the cleaning of the house, we postponed that because we was just studying to help people and bring the solution to others. And Nicklaus, the Cruz, our Ezytrx smart contract creator, Lisa, thank you for all the support, all the team members, because this solution has bring hope and relief, especially to the people in Trinidad and Tobago. You see, most of them actually went through a lot of ups and downs to the 2020 period, and some even tried other opportunities and it disappointed them very much. So now this is like a breath of fresh air that has actually come to them. And listen, does it have challenges in Trinidad and Tobago especially? Oh yes, we have a lot of challenges, but what the team now learns here, and we taught the team that there is always a solution to every problem. All right, when you have an obstacle, it's either you go above it, below it, around it, or through it, yeah? And you will get that solution. I would just let my wife say a couple of stuff,
All I want to say is really thank you for the ones who are on the call right now. And we really do appreciate the people that are coming on our calls in the Caribbean. And we have so many sign up every day since we're on, Everybody's so excited about this, and we are really grateful to Nicklaus, to Cruz, to you, Lisa, who my namesake, who is doing great work, keeping in touch with everyone as best as you can. And what I want to say too is that we really do not focus on negativity. We only want to focus on positive vibes, because we are taking our example from Dubai. They don't focus on negativity. That's why they are moving so fast with creativity. Yeah, so we want to put that in our people, instill it in them that wherever there's a problem, there is a solution, and we are going to find it and help them with it.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you, Lisa and Donovan. Always good to keep in contact with the both of you, and continue to inspire downlines. I'm so happy that this opportunity is helping somewhere across the world in an island that's very far away from me. That's really amazing. Hey,
You're welcome.
more success to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And to the team of everybody in the world.
I want to welcome the Caribbean Trinidad Tobago team as well. Welcome to Ezytron. Welcome back to Ezytron. Okay, the next person I want to bring on is Gautam. So, connect you and unmute you. Hey, Gautam.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisha ma'am. Thank you. And Happy New Year, all of Ezytrx member. मैं गौतम कुमार आगरा से और रॉयल टीम क्रिएटर. थैंक यू फॉर अच्छा रहा, बहुत अच्छा समय रहा, और हम लोग लगातार कंटिन्यू पूरी रॉयल टीम इस समय वर्क अच्छा कर रही है. और कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग नेक्स्ट फरवरी में 7 फरवरी हम लोग नेक्स्ट इवेंट एंड 2200 मेंबर एंड आई एम बुक दिस होटल तो हम लोगों ने लगभग 200 लोगों का इवेंट करने का प्रोग्राम किया हुआ है और 7 फरवरी को हम लोगों का इवेंट है आगरा के अंदर लगभग 200 लोगों का। तो इस समय जो भी है हम सभी लोग रॉयल टीम के जो भी मेंबर हैं और बहुत अच्छा वर्क कर रहे हैं इस समय लेकर के हम लोग सभी। और इस समय EGTRX को लेकर के बहुत अच्छी प्लानिंग हम लोगों ने 2021 में नए साल के अंदर हम लोगों ने प्लानिंग की हुई है। प्रत्येक रॉयल टीम मेंबर जितने भी हमारे इसमें वर्क कर रहे हैं वो बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मर निभा रहे हैं इसके अंदर से। खास करके राधा है, अपने सुमित सहगर जी हैं और दिनेश चौहान जी हैं, सोमदत्त कुशवाहा जी है, जितने भी रॉयल टीम मेंबर हैं वो लगातार कंटिन्यू बहुत अच्छा वर्क कर रहे हैं और एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म हमको मिला हुआ है। लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं आज बहुत सारी चीजें हमें दिख रही हैं, लगातार कंटिन्यू हम देख रहे हैं। मैं एक ही चीज चाहूंगा इस समय मिस्टर निकोलस डी क्रूज सर से कि कंटिन्यू हम लोग की ना 2 दिन के लिए जो हम लोग इंटरनेशनल ट्रेनिंग सेशन करते हैं वो इंटरनेशनल ट्रेनिंग सेशन कंटिन्यू होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम लोगों को अभी आप लोगों के सपोर्ट नहीं मिल पा रही है और कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग बिल्कुल अलग हो गए हैं। कंटिन्यू केवल हम अपना ही बिजनेस जूम मीटिंग करते हैं। तो मैं चाहता हूं कि सर आपकी तरफ से कुछ ऐसा रेस्पॉन्स मिले जिससे हम लोग कंटिन्यू आपकी गाइडलाइंस में काम कर सके। यही हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ी महत्वपूर्ण बात है, क्योंकि हम लोग लगातार डे बाई डे जूम मीटिंग सेशन हम लोग डे बाई डे करते हैं। उसके अलावा भी संडे को एवरी संडे प्रेजेंटेशन इन कंटिन्यू, थर्सडे इन द ट्रेनिंग सेशन, बिकॉज इज लर्निंग इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। तो देन अलीशा मैम मैं यही कहूंगा कि कंटिन्यू बस एक ही चीज है कि हमारी रॉयल्टी कंटिन्यू अच्छा वर्क कर रही है और नो डाउट 2021 के अंदर लास्ट दिसंबर इन 50 मेंबर एंड अचीव टू कार इन दिस EGTRX। तो थैंक यू मैम, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Gautam. Thanks for that. So that was a little bit of Hindi. I think there's a lot of people here on the royal team here because of Gautam. So Gautam, thank you for your leadership as well. You guys are very consistent, and so happy to see you guys working almost every day through the holidays as well. You guys have been here from the very start, so it's simply amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, I say this. I really hope, you know, when everything goes back to normal, like when travel goes back to normal, I would love to visit Agra, because Agra is a state in India where the Taj Mahal is. And the last time I was in Delhi, I couldn't make it to the Taj because I had to change my flight. So I actually didn't end up going to the Taj. But one day I hope to visit you guys and visit the Taj as well. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring on the creator founder. So all of you, I'm sure, are here for that as well. So Nicklaus, are you ready to speak to everyone?
Yes, I am, Lisa. Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Sir,
I really want to wish everybody a happy new year. I'm looking at all the messages. You know, it's all nothing but positivity. Everyone's wishing everyone else a happy new year, and I know you mean it. I'm overwhelmed. I received lots and lots of good wishes and thanks, and I had a great birthday. I'm sitting a little further away from the camera because sadly I've actually put on I think 3 kilos, and I think it's showing. So I know while Lisa and Donovan were working hard through Christmas, I have to tell you I was actually eating. So it's been a great December. I've personally been really stoked, because obviously everything's working smoothly. I'm thrilled that the plan is bug-free. Everyone is able to do what you need to do. I've just heard Gautam, if I'm not wrong, he's going to be giving away a car. He's got an event with 200 people. I mean, that's phenomenal. This entire group chat is full of royal team members. Thank you. You guys are incredible supporters. I'm so pleased. I think because of Donovan, we're forced to, as Lisa said, we've got to start visiting some of you. So Trinidad and Tobago, I think, we've got very good reason to head your way. So I'm really pleased you've got a motivated team. Thank you so much for that. I'm really thrilled. And Mia, you're rock solid. Thank you so much. I'm thoroughly appreciative. And I know a whole lot of you have been working as well. And, the work that you do is going to benefit you. And I'm going to come to that in a while. But, I just wanted to take this few moments to thank everyone. I also want to thank Lisa. And as you know, Lisa has been working hard through these many months, and she's hosted many of the daily calls. She's been on, most of the Zooms to introduce all of you, to help you out. She's also been rock solid and really steady, and I'm very, very appreciative of that. She's been a huge factor for all of you in terms of the ability to reach out to us for anything that you all needed in terms of feedback or help and so forth. I also believe it's been a good month for her. I think all of you know Lisa is a beauty contestant, and she's won some awards. She's perpetually modeling for different companies. I think if all of you follow her on Instagram, you'll see a lot of her stuff. And she tells me she's been promoted to becoming a judge. So she's moved on from competing to now judging other people. So kudos to her. She works very, very hard. She is very dedicated, and I think we're lucky to have her.
Thanks
So,
for that, Nicholas. I did not expect that, but okay.
You're welcome. I know you want to visit the Taj.
I do.
I'm sure you know the story behind the Taj.
Yes.
I'm sure you're going to find your Prince Charming who, if nothing else, he'll build a house for you. So that's that's certainly achievable for you, I'm very sure. Well, 2020 was a very difficult year for many people. I think it started poorly, and then from March it became miserable, and it only got worse, and then it ebbed and flowed. But it ebbed and flowed this way, in the sense that this pandemic, which people thought might last 6 months, still hasn't ended. And the end, whilst we think it's in sight, is still quite some way away. And I think we're going to have another 6 months of this lockdown, this inability to travel, this inability to meet each other. It's going to go on for quite some time. As I come from Singapore, and a little bit like the UK and a little bit like the US, our countries have purchased the vaccines, and they've already begun rolling it out. For us, they've begun rolling it out about 2 or 3 days ago. And by March, I think all citizens of Singapore will have the opportunity to be vaccinated. I personally will try to be at the front of the queue because, I would like to get on a plane to visit some of my very, very dear friends who I miss terribly. However, if you were an investor, I think 2020 was an unusual year. The stock market, it had a bit of a bear spell and that ended somewhere around March 23rd. And from the 23rd of March till the end of 2020, it grew about 60%. And if you ignore the bear, because it really was the shortest bear in history, then we're still part of the longest bull run in history. And that's pretty unusual. The stock market has continued to go up. The S&P, I think, has ended the year something like 16% up. And it's been really spectacular. But BTC, now, that's something else. That's really, really been on a tear. It's gone up 50% in December. And if you look back from the beginning of the year right through to the end of 2020, it has grown 4 times. That's 200%. That's an enormous amount. And all of us who are in the crypto space would have benefited, if not from Bitcoin, then from all the other altcoins. and the other major coins. I know Ripple has taken a really bad spell, so I hope you have liquidated Ripple and gotten out of it. But it doesn't look very good. It's continued. Exchanges are going to continue delisting it. But if you've had Ethereum, it's now edging on $800. And as we speak now, I think Bitcoin is 33,500 thereabouts, if I'm not wrong. So that's, it's done really well. It was about $222, just $222 short of $35,000 today. That was its peak, and I think it certainly looks like it's going to be heading upwards. Last quarter, one of many funds, Ruffer, I think they purchased about $750 million worth of Bitcoin. And what you are going to see now is you're going to see a lot of institutions that are getting into Bitcoin, that have already gotten into Bitcoin, and they're getting in and they're holding it. 750 million might sound like a lot of money. It's a lot of money, obviously, to all of us. But it was merely 2.5% of their entire fund. Their fund is, I think, $27 billion worth. So it's good to see institutions going into Bitcoin, which makes this current price appreciation, this current rally, this current increase very different to what happened in 2017. Back then, it was a coin that speculators, that individuals, a few whales got involved in. Right now, you've got institutions, and that's very different. They have so much money. It's a whole different story. I just read an interesting prediction, and the prediction is that by the end of the first quarter of 2021, Bitcoin might see $50,000. And at the end of quarter two, it should hit $80,000. Now, quarter three is usually summer, and usually markets tend to be flat during that period. So you might not see a lot of movement in quarter three. But in quarter four, there's an expectation it might hit $90,000. That's all within the realm of possibility. Again, nobody really knows, right? You've got lots of articles out there that also keep talking about the 2017 crash. I mean, the Bitcoin crashed 83%. In December, the correction for Bitcoin was 14%. So at any time, it can correct and it can drop dramatically. But it is a little bit different today. And I'll kind of tell you why I believe it's different. I mean, the first thing, of course, is the fact that it is now institutional. It is something that very, very big hedge funds are taking a gamble on. You have very big names like, you've heard Elon Musk say he wanted to put money in Bitcoin and so forth. It's very different in terms of perception. It isn't exactly digital gold, but of course, that's the easiest way to to correlate and try to understand exactly what's happening with the coin. Oddly, the more money that is pumped into the economy, as you know, the United States continues with quantitative easing, and they continue to print money every single month to the tune of $800 billion or so, and that gets fed into the economy. But that's all going into the stock market, into equities, into commodities, right? But the more money gets printed, the higher inflation, or at least inflation pressure, rears its head. And so for that reason, people are taking or at least the funds are taking a cautious approach and trying to put some money in digital currency. Trading volumes on BTC have been steady. There are no spikes and dips like there used to be, because you've got one whale that's dumping in that's putting money in or pulling funds out or taking profits. So this more steady, gradual rise is probably reminiscent of a more mature market with greater stability. This time around, I think 3 years on, digital currency is quite commonplace. It's something we are familiar with. You in India, you've had Paytm. In China, you've got WeChat Pay. Alipay is going through some woes, but digital currencies benefits are something that people understand, that governments understand, that banks understand, and it allows us to transfer money in a more economical fashion. So as you know, when we send TRX to each other, it costs next to zero. It might cost 3 cents. It's hardly anything. Whereas I sent some money to my son, just $500, I think, over Christmas or something. But it cost me $57. That's what I had to pay the bank, and I should have given him crypto or something. I didn't. But moving money the traditional way is very expensive. I think first world countries are slower to adopt it compared to maybe first world countries, right? Compared to third world countries. Third world countries, I know in Africa, you've got all kinds of digital payment systems. Thailand has it. The Philippines have it. We're in Singapore and we are woeful. It's terrible. We are so poor with digital currency. And I think we're a little bit like the US. So I don't think first world countries set good examples for this. And maybe it's because governments like to control their money. They want to keep tabs on where funds are going. And so everything that gets built, they need to license, they need to control, they need to understand what kind of money is going into your wallets. So it's a little different, but I think nobody can ignore the wave. Bitcoin, I think in an interview but one more thing actually before that, we're looking at the stock market and here's my fear. It's my personal fear and it's just an assessment. But stocks are trading at something like 33 times price earnings ratio. That's very high. Traditionally Apple would have traded at 12 times. It's now 31 or 32 times. It's very, very high. No doubt it's outperformed the stock market. It's doing really well. But as they say, trees don't grow up to the sky. So it's I don't know where it's going to head. Again, a 12-year bull run is a long, long bull run. So it's impossible to say. If you were bullish with Bitcoin, there was an interview with Scott Minerd from Guggenheim Investments, who said he expects Bitcoin to hit $400,000 this year. So, who's to know? But you certainly need to have a stake in it. You have to have a stake in some of these currencies. It is really important. But as they say, buyer beware. And I want to explain this and talk about the things that you have to bear in mind, because the assumption that a stock, an asset can go up forever is certainly unlikely. If you remember, I think for the longest time, all of us in the crypto space for the past few years keep saying that digital currency will replace the US dollar. It hasn't happened. They say electric vehicles will replace petrol, gas, diesel. It's moving in that direction and correctly so, but it also hasn't happened yet. Marijuana will displace drug companies. I don't think that's going to happen, but that really is the sales pitch. If you ever got involved with an MLM that that had marijuana as its centerpiece, they say space travel will become the new logistics platform, or space tourism will overtake beach holidays. You've heard, and we've heard, they talk about the biggest companies in the world selling rooms don't own hotels, right? So that's the Airbnb story, and everyone thought that home sharing would replace hotels, but it hasn't. The combined value of hotels real value of the hotel industry still exceeds Airbnb. Its current listing values it at $93 billion. That's extremely high. They're not going to grow anymore. They're already around the world. Marriott is 50 billion, and Marriott's been around a long time. Then you add all the other hotel businesses, and you kind of understand, that there is a threshold to all of this. So the thing about stocks is that for it to really do well, there must be a fundamental change in the industry. There has to be massive adoption. There has to be government acceptance. Because if you have a government blockade, then it makes things very difficult. I mean, if the government says you're not allowed to own Bitcoin for whatever reason, and they make things difficult, as has happened in India, as happens in the US and so forth, it crimps growth. But at the same time, you can also have stocks that will seem to grow forever. Amazon is a good example. When Amazon was built 20 years ago, it said it would take over the retail industry. Today, we're living in an age where I think it's fair to say Amazon and similar businesses like Taobao, Alibaba, and so forth have kind of done that, right? All of you have bought stuff online this year. Now, I don't know where I'm. You may not know where I'm heading with what I'm saying, but I kind of feel that at the end of the day, we're all in the right space. I think Ezytrx is it's a solid. I now would like to talk about it in third party as a third party member like you. I'm not an owner of it. It's already deployed, as I've said. But as a contract, I think it's a fantastic business. The fundamentals are enormous. You can make some money on Tron. Go there, go out and build your market. I heard from Donovan that they're building up the business in Trinidad and Tobago. I was hoping there'd be a lot more growth out of Africa because this is very well suited for a country for an entire region like Africa. I know it is. It's got spurts in Brazil and parts of Latin America, and I like that fact. But it's rock solid. It's not going to go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere for Christmas. I went on a food binge. I had lots of drinks and food, but the contract still goes on, and it's something you have to use to make money. But it's a working contract. Now, a lot of you might be interested in some of the new businesses that have come up. And everything new is shiny and exciting. But when you start it, all of you will wish one thing. You'll say, I hope it lasts. I hope it goes on long enough for me to make some money. And I don't know if you can see it or not. It's right in front of your face. And sometimes we miss stuff that is right in front of our face. But Ezytrx has been working like an engine. It is completely reliable. It's functioning as smoothly as the day it was built. It remains brand shining new. It is a working plan and a platform that you can build on. You have to build it if you want to make your money. Take the money that you earn in Ezytrx and then buy yourself some of the major currencies. You've got to pick up some Bitcoin. Buy 0.02% or 0.02 Bitcoin if you have to. Buy 0.5 Ethereum. Take the money and put it there. If you kept it in Tron, it won't matter because Tron is very, very stable. It has inched up. It went from 19 to it's currently 28 or 29. So it's doing really well. And if all of you have kept your money in Tron, none of you have gone wrong. You've got to, however, work the plan. I want to start 2021 by saying this. It's really important that I remind you that nothing is broken. Now, we've got a roadmap and we've got a few things that we've announced that we will introduce, and that is happening. and it is very, very slow. But do not get sidetracked by the roadmap. The roadmap is to tell you that we will introduce new things to keep you, to kind of give you new things to grow, kind of give you some new source of income. We wanted to put credit back there because I think that's also really important. So new people that you bring in, you feel great as well because they've got all their credit still sitting there that they can utilize for other things. And we've got plans for that, right? We've said we'll introduce a sort of a marketplace. This is just a list of products that you can actually use your credit on. So if you put money in Ezytrx, you don't have to fret, you don't have to worry. But you put it in and you make sure that you bring people who do the same thing, who have that same mindset. We're here every Sunday to remind you this. And all the leaders are on calls every single day except for, I think, Friday, to also help you and help your team. Join the calls, bring your people on. It's really important. Now, I said trees don't grow up to the sky. So what is really important? Along the way, take your profits. So same thing with Ezytrx. Along the way, all the money is already in your wallet. Invest it wisely. I'm quite confident if you stayed in the crypto space and you picked up different coins, try to also make sure you hold on to the granddaddy of everything, right? Please hold on to some Bitcoin because it does look like 2021 is going to be a very good year for it. And I think by the very same token, I think 2021 is also going to be a very good year for Ezytrx. I'm really pleased to be here at the start of the year talking to all of you. I'm so glad that all of you have stayed on and you always spend your Sundays here with me. I'm really honored. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Once again, I want to wish you a wonderful 2021. I truly wish all of you make a good fortune and stay healthy this year. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nicklaus, for the update and the general macro view of crypto as well. Get some Bitcoin, guys. Okay, thanks guys for making it down to our Sunday call. Hope you managed to absorb everything that he said. The calls will resume as well in the week. So continue to give your private calls to your own markets, and we will give you the new updated schedule for our English calls as well. Lots of new things coming up in 2021. I'm super excited as well. I can't say anything yet, but it's coming. So I'll see you guys next week. If there are any questions, just message me. You guys have my number. So yeah, just I'll see you guys next week again for Sunday, and hope to have more updates for you as well. Hey guys, good night and good morning wherever you are. I'll see you guys soon. Yes, Alam, buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, and let's go long on crypto. Okay guys, good night. See you guys soon. Bye. Thanks for joining me.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy New Year, 2021. Lisa.
Hey, Mia.
We share the champagne on the yacht with you.
Yes. Yes, I love to share my events with people. Hopefully next time we'll get on a yacht together, just on a video.
Yeah, sure. I'll be coming to Singapore very soon. Let this pandemic let's clean up this dirty air.
There's always a yacht charter in Singapore.
Fantastic.
All right. Okay, guys. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.